a sea lion already by myself, but much more importantly from Bradley, who is one for female, now 4 new sea lions that we have here, and blair drumond. So very kind. Now Bradley is one of the 4 females, we've got a male as well, but he's quite old, he's retired. He doesn't come inside to do displays. Bradley has decided to come inside all by herself this afternoon, but that's fine. If she's the only sea lion that wants to work, she can do the entire display by herself. You guys can help her stay very, very excited by giving her lots and lots of encouragement. You've done quite well already, but we're going to try one more time. Look at this. It's a good effort. The reason for that is that she associates, of course, with doing nice shows. When she's doing a nice show, she gets little treats, therefore it's a win-win situation. So do give her lots and lots of encouragement for now, what I think we'll do this afternoon is hopefully start Barley's display with something that sea lions are obviously very, very well known for, if not best known for everything, and that is, of course, ball balancing. I'm sure everybody out there has heard that a sea lion is extremely good at balancing a basketball on its nose. Now, sea lions are very good at this because they've got very long, very, very sensitive whiskers. A sea lion's whiskers are so sensitive, Barley could find fish from 2 or 3 metres away in the sea, even if she couldn't see them. They also make ball balancing very easy for a sea lion. Watch what she does with those whiskers. She holds those whiskers upright around the edge of the ball. Those whiskers are so sensitive, Barley can detect the slightest movement of the ball makes, and she knows how to move her head to stop the ball falling off. Thank you, Barley. Well done, you. Now, Barley did make that look very, very easy. She's been doing that for quite a long time, so I think we should try and make it a bit tricky for Barley. Let's see if she can retrieve the ball from the pool and bring it all the way back, just using those very sensitive whiskers to keep that right on the very tip of her nose. Welcome, Barley. Very good ball control this afternoon from Barley. Starting off to throw very well in that, but really easy indeed. Unfortunately, in the wild, sea lions do get quite a hard time. They've got lots and lots of human problems to deal with. The 2 biggest human problems that sea lions face are fishing, taking away their food, and pollution, making the water horrible to swim in. But on top of that, they also have natural predators. That means there are some animals that will eat Barley if they found her. I'm going to ask Barley to do an impression of a very dangerous animal that lives in the sea, and it will eat Barley if it found her. Sometimes it even eats people as well. Barley's doing a very scary impression of a shark this afternoon. Thank you very much, Barley. That's not a bad shark impression this afternoon. Well done. Sharks are a big problem for wild sea lions, and so are killer whales. But sea lions can sometimes escape from sharks and killer whales. They use a method of movement known as porpoising to escape from their predators. Porpoising is jumping in and out of the water over and over again, and it's really confusing for a predator because they're never sure where the sea lion is. If Barley was being chased by a shark, she'd start to porpoise, and porpoising looks like this. She would jump in and out of the water like this. Now the shark would get very confused. We would never be sure where Barley is. Hopefully, if she was really being chased, she'd be a bit faster. But anyway, she'd be back on the beach. She wouldn't know that the shark was there. Very, very good porpoising from Barley this afternoon. Well done. Unfortunately, though, it isn't just in the wild that sea lions get a hard time. Even here at Blair Safari Park, our sea lions get quite a hard time as well. Obviously, there aren't any sharks for Barley to worry about, but she does have to put up with one problem that every animal at any zoo or safari park faces, and that problem is the bits of litter being thrown into their enclosures. Now, it might not sound like a big deal for us, but it can be very, very dangerous for any animal at any zoo or safari park. So Barley has a really important message for everybody. That's one of her toys, it's very safe, and it's not going to hurt her at all. But if Barley's toy was a piece of litter and she didn't want it, she'd stick it straight in the bin, and she'd like you to do the same thing. Very, very important message for litter this afternoon. It's in fact especially important that Barley told us this today, because last year something happened to Barley. Somebody threw something into our outside pool. It was a big bit of plastic, and Barley swallowed it. It locked up her tummy, and Barley got very, very ill for a long time. She did get better, but for a little while, to be honest, we weren't sure if she was going to get better. Everybody got very worried, and Barley got very sad, didn't you, Barley? Very sad indeed. So, if you like Barley to be happy, please put everything you know more straight in, and she'll be very, very happy. From Barley this afternoon. Now, we did get lots of questions about the sea lions here in the building, but there is one question that people tend to ask us over and over again, and that is, what's the difference between a seal and a sea lion? And there are differences on the Barley. There are some very important differences between seals and sea lions. One big difference is all to do with their ears. Seals don't have external ears. That means a seal's ear is on the inside of its head. And if you look at a seal's head, you only see a tiny hole on the inside of its head. But sea lions, like Barley, do have sticky out ears. If Barley can stay very still, just for a moment, I know it's difficult, Barley, but if you look at her head, you will be able to spot she's got little ears on either side of her head. Thank you very much. Not bad effort. Staying still from Barley. Well done. Now, you will only ever see ears like that on a sea lion, never on a seal. The other big difference between a seal and a sea lion is all to do with its front flippers. Seals have very tiny front flippers. A seal's flipper is about the same size as a person's hand, but Barley's flippers are much bigger than our hands, aren't they? Got big strong front flippers. Thank you very much. Big front flippers. Because Barley has very big front flippers, she walks completely differently to a seal. Seals have got tiny flippers, and they can only pop along on their tummies. As you can see, Barley is actually strong enough to hold herself upright. Sea lions, like Barley, walk on all fours, and Barley is so strong, sometimes she can hold all her body weight up. Now, sea lions, like Barley, are very, very fast, and it just so happens Barley is the quickest sea lion that we have here at Blair Drone Safari Park. You probably guessed she's quite hyperactive. Now, she's very, very fast, and she has got a great demonstration of how fast and flexible a sea lion can be, but she's so quick, if you look away, you probably will miss this. It's worth watching, but we're only going to do this once, so please keep your eyes on it. Here she goes, keep watching that. Wow. Big somersault and Barley. That was pretty good, Barley. Very, very fast indeed. Well done, Nick. Nice big somersault through your very quick. Well, ladies and gents, boys and girls, we are approaching the end of Barley's demonstration, but there are a few more things we can show you before you go back outside. I'm sure you spotted that there is a ball hanging above the pool. Sometimes Barley can jump high enough to touch that ball with her nose. She doesn't always manage it, but she's done pretty well. I think we're going to give this a go this afternoon. If Barley touches the ball, please give her a big cheer. She always tries her best. Let's see if she manages that this afternoon. Of how sea lions dive into the water in the wild. So we're going to Barley thinks she's going to touch that ball this afternoon, and I don't think Barley is going to be able to touch that ball unless she gets a little bit of a head start. But if she uses the tower to go even quicker, you might be able to get even higher and just about finish the show by touching the ball. It's worth a go. Here we go, Barley. You can have to really concentrate.